What's good? What's good, man? It's your boy Hawklyfe, man. Welcome to Chopping Up with Hawklyfe. Now, look, I'm getting straight into it. I ain't really got too much time to waste. Um, I feel like it's a situation. I'm gonna speak on it publicly. Might not be the right thing to do, but since I wasn't allowed to speak my piece in conversation, I might as well speak it publicly. And when I mean in conversation, I was supposed to be having a conversation and they decided to hang the phone up because I was asking questions, right? We're gonna get into exactly why we're here. Y'all know why we're here. Y'all see the photo circulating on my page. Y'all see the photo circulating on my page, so y'all know what this conversation about, what we about to chop it up about. Right. Let me get these screenshots up. Because people don't know I come with receipts. Let me put these screenshots up. Make sure y'all share this everywhere. Again, again, I want anybody to use caution dealing with these people. All right, basically, this was going on. Basically, this was going on. Straight up. Like I said, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Straight up. Let me fix my screen. Hold on, because I want to make sure y'all can see. I want to make sure y'all can see. Period. Nope, they're not getting. Okay, this is what y'all need to see anyway. Let me maximize that. All right. So basically, what y'all see on the screen is the chat that me and Amber Hasty was in, right? Y'all see the chat. Now, let me explain to you what's going on here. She hit me up, said she wanted to talk. She said this is what she sent me. She said, "How's it going?" I said, "Good, good." She said, "Podcasts have to be MP3 format. Is that okay?" I said, "Okay." At the time, I'm not fully understanding why she asked me for my podcast in MP3. Then she said, "Yes, I do radio too. Everything our station takes it MP3." Now, mind you, she reached out to me under one of my posts and said they wanted to put my podcast on the radio station, right? Uh, internet radio, right? So off the gate, I've had other experiences where I know that people doing this type of shit do it to make money off of you. It's not to put no money in your pocket. It's more of to make money off you, right? So she was like, "Yes, I do radio too. Everything our station takes is MP3. We do have." When she said all our station takes is MP3, I automatically know it was internet radio. She said, "Queen Lady, appreciate the father." She said, "We do have something where we can take links, but I don't know how that works, right?" I was like, "Okay, cool. I interview artists who make music, competition reviews, and react." She said, "All right, well, I'd like to check out your stuff. If I could add you to podcasts," basically she's talking about on the platform, which is their radio station, which is Blaze 420, which is supposedly this radio station, Flow Blazing 420 WPAM, right? So I was like, "All right, cool." She was like, "I gotta check out your stuff, add it to the podcast. I can also get you with Q and see about giving you a radio show too." I said, "Okay, let's do it." She said, "Our station, Blazing 420, WPAM.com. We on all major platforms, iHeart, Google, Apple, Audacity, SoundCloud, whatever they say, Arcade, SoundCloud, Mixcloud, TuneIn, etc. We have our own app in the App Store, Blazing 420, WPAM." I said, "Okay, cool. Check me out. Let me know what you think." She said, "Look good so far." So that means you responded right back. So that means you been checking my shit out. You been checking my shit out. So you knew, you know what I mean, that the value of my shit. But I know the value of my shit. Right? Let's keep going. He said you just need more marketing and promotions, but it looks fire, right? I need more marketing and promotion. I really market and promote my own shit. This is my second page. It's like my first page got banned. Hold on 1 minute. Hey, I'm back. So basically, what I'm saying is they hit me up wanting to put me on the platform. I said that's cool. You can do that. We can talk about that. So this was you with the break it down. Our station has potential of 300 mil and podcast 15 mil. Now potential is a selling point. You saying that it's not a selling point, right? And let me tell y'all why. Let me tell y'all why. Because you're supposed to think of yourself highly. You know what I'm saying? In any regard, especially when you're trying to sell somebody something, right? So you said that I'm like, okay. She said we all I need from you is your logo for your show, MP3 bio, epic, some good pictures, all that. Sent her all that, right? Get past all that. Cause I want y'all to know what the issue coming in. I just want to let you know that I wanted y'all to see that they came to me. I didn't come to them. Right? She sent me a bio. She said she needed a bio, right? We get past all that. Hold on. Ask me about the orders. Do all the orders you got BMI and escape. Okay. Cause she asked cause if on radio, okay, pass all that. Yeah, James William. He said, "Hey, you hit it on the spot. She hit you with a selling point, and I mentioned to her when I did work with them, you can't use that with people who know the business. Absolutely. Now, see, when we get right here, we get right here. This where it got about money and me being a business person. This one it got you absolutely right. You absolutely right, And this when it got to a business situation, this one I asked these questions. I said it would be easy to let me know which one's me and why, so we can get the paperwork straight, right? Because you went to talking about you wanted that to be straight so you can make your money. And I caught that, so that's why I said paperwork straight. And I would reach out to the artists as well to see what they got, right? So once you went to speaking money, I asked, are we doing a handshake deal or would it be some type of contract I need to sign? Okay. You get any business relationship, you ask this off the gate because she come in not with vague shit, right? She come in with vague shit in the anyway, and she not really explaining what she trying to do, how things gonna work, and how it's gonna go about. So when I'm asking the questions that I'm asking them intentional. I'm a very intentional person when it comes to business. So that's why I asked it. Her response was, "This is a handshake deal. We just do cross promotion that works together." I said, I asked because there's monetary gain on all ends. I just want to make sure everything's all good. Handshake is good enough for me, right? But it's not about money, it's about making sure the business right. She said, make sure your podcast and everything is copywritten so nobody can steal it. It's not a requirement, but letting you know. But my stuff already copywritten. I done told you I got LLCs, all that. So you know all this. I don't know why you kept saying it, right? Mind you, I sent her, if you see where he said, chopped up the podcast hosted by Hawklyfe, interviewing Miami artist King Savage. Now, if you pay attention, and you go see the one that I posted on my page, she didn't put it the way that I wrote it. She put it the way she wanted to put it. She put it as Chop It Up the Podcast in Miami with King Savage. Why would you change the title of my interview? Okay, that was the first flag. You don't fuck with a person's creative. That's the first flag. But I didn't notice it right at that time, right? So right here, I asked you if my podcast be BMI registered. Should I do that with the business side of shit, and I could use a little mentorship, right? She said, "No, it's fine. I just copyright the name, which is already copyrighted. You keep saying it, and I already told you that I got all my LLCs and shit. Switch all the pictures, get past the pictures and everything. All right, you will be on the Blazing 420 WPAM.com website soon. She did put me on the website. Yeah, I asked again. When you're doing business and you're talking about putting a person on radio, you gotta be the detail is a must. I say, is there a specific time slot, or can I just go to the website and it's there? She posted it, and yes, y'all can see Chop It Up the Podcast in Miami with King. That's not what I sent her. This is her doing what she wanted to do, right? I think it would be on there tonight. He working on it now. Congrats on your all major platforms, right? But the way you're talking to me, you're talking to me as if you think I don't know the business. Now go back to this what James said because I want to read that too. I want to know what the people say in the comments. I'm gonna go back to the comments too, to y'all comments too. It says she cried to the CEO and switched her up, where me and her didn't have to work anymore. Plus, they were unorganized and really didn't know nothing about the game. And the sad part about it is you talking about them making money out the podcast. I was just talking about that and said I have to separate myself from that because they're trying to utilize our podcast to monetize their podcast, start making money off our podcast. That's why my podcast is copyrighted and owned by me. It's assuming yours is to a point where maybe that's why we parted ways. But you're making it live about things that I was just talking about with her, and then which is why I separated myself. I was just saying I wouldn't bash in public because I just don't do things like that. But do your thing if you feel it's definitely necessary. Let me tell you why it's necessary. Cause I was on the phone. You didn't let me get to that. I was on the phone having a conversation with them, and I'm gonna tell you how that went. And that's why this is necessary because had they let me speak my piece on the phone, I wouldn't have to go public. Now everybody should understand it. Everybody should understand it. Now, back to what I was saying. She said, if your paperwork is correct, then you should get paid for streaming and everything. Download the Perplexity app and check everything out, and it will know why. Now, mind you, at this point, she's still not telling me that they put it on the app that they got the podcast. This is how they stream it to all the other major platforms. Anybody can do that. That's not doing me a favor. Understand that? Anybody can do that. And let me tell you how. Let me tell you how. They're using Podbean, which is just like Anchor. You post it on there and you pay the premium, which ain't no like $20, $30, and they put it on all social media platforms. Anchor did it for free, but Pod costs a little bit. And they put it on all platforms. Now I'm pretty sure there's other apps like that do it for free. And you can monetize off it. Not only on that site, but also on other platforms. So you're monetizing off it with ads, and if you get a deal within the site, shit like that, right? Man, mind you, they never at this point in the conversation, they never mentioned this. But in the conversation, you will see as we go along, she's going to say that they're not making money off my podcast. You're gonna see this. There, so that tells me that you're saying that y'all are not gonna make any money off this podcast. This is what you're saying. Y'all gonna make any money off this podcast. Y'all only make money off the artist's music. Is the reason why you asked me they got BMI and Escape, right? Let's keep going. Stay with me. Stay with me. I don't want nobody to get lost. When she said that, I said, okay. She said, I don't want to tell something that's not right. Just know about copyright your name and all that. She kept saying that, and I kept already said that my shit was copyrighted. So this let me know she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about, right? She had no idea what I was saying, right? So in my mind, at that point, this the wrong person I need to be talking to. I need to be talking to your boss. Let's get into that conversation. Somebody that knows what they're doing, right? And this is what I said, but that's cool. But if y'all getting paid on iHeart, etc., y'all getting paid off the streams, right? I have Spotify for podcasts. I made it known to her that I know what the fuck y'all doing, right? So if I tell y'all I got Spotify for podcasts, that let y'all know I know y'all making money off this, right? I say have Q contact with me for a proper introduction. At that point, I don't want to talk to her anymore. But she's persistent to keep on texting me, right? I don't know how all that works, but if your paperwork is correct, then it should be good. I will ask my boss. Again, I said, just have him contact me. Again, she's still texting. Still determined. I would do a 3-way call sometime tomorrow with one of them. What's your phone number? Right? Give her the phone number. Don't y'all call my goddamn phone. Nah, y'all can call. Y'all can have the number. It's okay. Don't be trolling on my goddamn phone. What's up, Hawaii? So she said, yeah, you have to make sure your paperwork is right so you get paid for streaming. Say it again, right? But you don't know much about it. Y'all heard her say that. So how you keep telling me this if you don't know the ins and out of this shit? So why are you the spokesperson for them? Right? But I've been told you I want to talk to your boss. So the conversation between me and you is over. I'm a boss. So at the end of the day, I gotta talk. Somebody's gonna make it make sense. Clarity, right? Keep talking about the perplexity shit and all that. I say just have one of your folks reach out and we'll get it together. I do my research also, but again, letting her know that I'm not who you think I am, and you're not gonna pull a wool over my eyes. I do my research. I'm not gonna get into nothing without having some understanding and clarity, right? So I sent her an old interview, mind you. The interview that I had sent that y'all seen was a very, very old interview, and I did that intentionally, right? I told y'all I'm an intentional person when it comes to business, especially to my content, because I know my value. I see the analytics every day. I know my value. You're not gonna play me like a fool and try to eat off me, right? Let's go. I'll do my research also, but I also need clarity from your bosses. Y'all got me on iHeart, so if I'll make it iHeart account myself as well, which I did. Let's keep going. I also have United Matches. Again, it's me letting her know that I'm business minded. I'm not no damn fool, right? Maybe you read. She still don't know. She just making up shit at this point. Maybe you register the podcast with BMI too, or something, right? And I again say we'll figure it out tomorrow. Now you see how she persisted on keep texting, knowing she don't know what she talking about. We'll figure it out tomorrow in that phone call. Q being a public figure should have. See, she didn't know I did my research, right? On Q. Because when she said Q name, she didn't. I don't think she knew that I did my research. That's why I'm showing this to y'all. I don't think she knew I did my research. Cause I'm telling her Q is a public figure because I done looked him up on Facebook. Right? I know who all the people is on the site. I went and looked him up on Facebook. So I know he a public figure, right? And I say what I say. And it's to let her know that I'm on my shit. You not about to get over on me. So she sent whatever this is. Let me blow it up. How do you get paid? Why are you sending me this? You're diverting from what I'm talking about. We pay all this royalties, and y'all see it here. We pay all this royalties for being on the station. So no, we don't make money from streaming podcasts. Read that again. We pay all this royalties for being on the station, so we don't make money from streaming podcasts. Let me stop right there. Now I told y'all when, and I posted it on my own page, and you're gonna see it. The podcast is on this site right here, and I'm gonna go to my own account. I'm gonna show y'all how smart I is. I am, cause I went and made my own account. Once I seen that's where she put it at, so I can get familiar with the site. Cause like I said, I used to do Anchor, not Podbean. But if you're not on Podbean, go follow me on Podbean so you can see some of the podcasts in audio form or whatever. Please support. Please support. But anyway, so I come over here on Podbean, right? I said, let me check it out. One way you get monetized is to add please. Just the first thing that come up. Easiest way to monetize your podcast, right? So if you put my podcast on Podbean and it has monetization tools, you put it on there to do what? Make money off it. But you put here specifically, we don't make money from streaming podcasts. So am I tripping? Am I seeing shit? Y'all let me know in the comments. I see people laughing and shit. But am I tripping? Am I not tripping? Did she say we are not making money? All right, now let me get into it. What that say? Unlock maximum profits. Right? Hold on now. Cause I need to get the right screen, yo. Now monetization on this platform consists of monetization on Podbean consists of ads, streams. If you're putting it on here, you're getting paid all streams. She should have definitely had to let that go. She did it. She should have definitely had let that go. And she was persistent on that conversation. And that's what made it because you kept texting me. And I knew something was off. And then you was talking about y'all not getting paid. Bro, they get paid up ad marketplace. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? If I'm asking you these questions and I'm telling you, I'm specifically telling you, I don't mind y'all getting paid. Just make sure I get a percentage. I gotta make sure I get my percentage. I gotta make sure the numbers right. Monetization and more. Podcast advertising, dynamic ads insertion, Apple Podcast subscriptions, switch to Podbean, YouTube to podcast, blog to podcast, submit your podcast, Podbean plugins, developers, right? Podcast services, pricing, right? There is pricing, so you gotta do certain shit, but they tell you monetization, ad marketplace, dynamic ad insertion, Apple Podcast subscriptions, and segregation. So you told me you wasn't getting paid off it from the jump. From the jump. And they also put you on all major streaming platforms. That's another thing. That's another thing. So you're trying to make it like you some of this big radio label when you're doing basic shit that anybody can do. See what I'm saying? And it's like y'all came to me. I didn't come to y'all. See what I'm saying? So that's the difference. Now let me keep going. I say, let me ask you this. You say I'm on all major platforms. What sources are you using to put it on all major platforms? And when I say that, I'm meaning sources like Podbean, Anchor, those type of sources. Because I'm trying to get you to slip. I'm trying to get her to slip up. Right, right. She don't know shit she talking about. She probably, you know what I'm saying, fucking somebody, right? So I say, I the reason I say was sources. I'm talking about Anchor. I'm talking about Podbean. I'm talking about sources that can make you money. I'm not stupid. I've been doing my podcast for 5 years. I made a little money off Anchor back in the day. I wasn't as consistent on it as I could have been to make a whole lot more. So I know how these platforms work. So as I'm asking her that, I'm asking to see if she's gonna be transparent. The one thing about a good business relationship, you have to be transparent. And me, you hear me keep saying I'm asking, and it's a word of advice to anybody. Anybody. Anytime you ask somebody a question, if they got a problem with you asking questions, run. Do not do business with them. We gonna get into that too. I'm just leading up to everything, and I hope y'all following me. She said, but someone can come in and want to buy your podcast or give you a contract deal, so that's a huge plus, right? Again, she's trying to sell me on some shit. She said we have multiple outlets to upload. You see right there, she wouldn't give me a direct answer. Basically, that's her deflecting and not giving me a direct answer to the question that I asked is which sources are y'all using? But me being me, I'm gonna be persistent, but I'm gonna play it smooth. She said, I don't give out that information. Read it. Read it, y'all. I don't give out that information. It's up after deflecting now. I don't give out that information. It's uploaded where it's supposed to be. The fuck that's supposed to be? Like what the fuck that's supposed to be? I'm lost, right? I asked, but I'm not lost. I'm keeping it cool. I asked, and I told her, I said, I asked that because that's the outlet you get paid off. Again, I'm letting her know I'm not stupid. Y'all gonna be transparent with me or y'all gonna keep lying, right? Because you already lied and said you're not making no money. At this point, I done already did my research. At this point, I already did my research, and I'm showing this to show artists that these people is out here trying to make money off y'all shit and don't want to see you make no money for real, right? I ask you again, because that's the outlets you get paid off. I'm not here. I used to use Anchor and I switched to Spotify. This one I'm putting on game now. Cause the bitch acting like she's slow. So now I want you to know since you're playing it like you slow. What's good, Kalani? I'm just breaking down some shit. It's the wrong people came playing with me and my content thinking they was gonna make money off of me and not give me nothing. So that's what we getting into. And the lying and the trying to be slick with it at that. When I'm open and transparent, right? So I said I used to use Anchor and it switched to Spotify for podcasting. My Anchor sends out to every platform, also United Masters and a few other options. Right? Letting her know I know exactly what the fuck they're doing. Again, I don't know anything about that. If you want to stop doing podcasts now, that's fine. I'll figure out how to delete it out, right? Y'all specifically heard me respond this at the point because she knows she busted. She don't really have a response, but she gonna keep responding, right? I say no, I want clarity where it's understood everyone is eating. I'm just inquisitive. Which you supposed to ask questions. Yeah, bro said she don't think she acted. Right? She said Perplexity said iHeart don't pay for streams, and I'm sure I type in the rest, it will say the same thing, right? Trying to tell me that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, right? Now at this point, you trying to tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I say Spotify does pay for streams, which they do, right? Your regular music is being paid for. So why would you say Spotify don't pay for streams, right? The music is paid through sign exchange, all those things. I said all good. I'll talk with your boss tomorrow. Now, mind you, she's texting. I'm really done at this point texting her. I'm like, I'll just talk to your boss. Again, y'all can see. Persistent. I'm telling you, it is. Your music is registered. Da, da, da. She's talking about music. I'm not talking about music. I'm talking about the podcast. Again, she's deflecting. So I'm ignoring her because she's deflecting. She's not getting to the point. Here, this the shit that made me drop my liquor. This the shit right here. Exactly. You never let nobody come from your top collider. These motherfuckers will try to get you, bro. This the shit that threw me. I'm just as confused as you, but for sure we pay royalties for music. Bitch, how are you confused? Excuse my language, y'all. I'm kind of mad. How are you confused? You come at me about a business proposition and now you're confused? But for sure we pay royalties for music that's registered, but we would definitely talk about it if there's more we need to do help you. Okay, right? I said, then I'm so smooth, y'all. I didn't even much contact her back for like an hour or two, right? Then I asked her, I said, what is Podbean? Now, mind you, I told y'all they never mentioned this shit. I showed y'all where she was already saying that they wasn't making no money off the podcast, but she already had lied at, right? I see Eleanor Gilmore said she told Devilino about this person a year ago. So I'm not the only one knows that these people are not to be worked with, right? And I just seen this in the text, in the comment. Under my posting, you can go check it under the picture post, right? Now, mind you, you hear me say, what is podcast being? Now, mind you, she says they don't get paid off of podcasts. She said, like Anchor. That lets me know you get paid off podcast. I know this already. It's like, because like I told you, I went on there, made an account and everything. She didn't know that. She said, like Anchor, I know you getting paid off it. Like Anchor, you get paid off it. Right? She said, I said, what y'all using? Podbean, which I know that already. And I sent her this hosting and monetize. Wait, wait. Let me put it up so y'all can see it. What does that say? What does that say? Hosting and monetizing platform. You can't be fucking serious. You can't be serious. And you just said, and I showed it to y'all, you just said you're not making no money off my podcast. So the whole time she been sitting here lying. She definitely acting, bro. I don't know what kind of act she thought she was doing. But the shit not gonna win her no Oscar no time soon. You know what I'm saying? This is not good acting. Right? Turn me up, don't turn me down. I'm not finished. Ours isn't monetized yet. That's a lie. Let me tell you how that's a lie. I did my research. On Podbean, if you got it on iHeart, you got it on iHeart through Podbean. So what you did was you paid the little, like I showed y'all, they have the plans. You paid the little $24 to get it put on iHeart and all major streaming platforms. You paid that little change. That was the point of me saying I don't mind you making money, but long as I'm getting a percentage of the money you're making, it's my content. You're not gonna use me to make money and not give me a percentage of the money you're making. Now the brand deals I make outside of that, correct, has nothing to do with y'all, but that don't mean you don't have to give me the percentage of the money you're making off my likelihood and my brand. Oh, you stupid, right? And if y'all notice at the bottom of the screen in the message, she blocked me, and I'm gonna tell you why. And y'all could have see I never got disrespectful with her at all, right? And she said we aren't ready for all that, right? When I go to talk and monetize and all that, now all of a sudden we not ready for all that. But you could post it on your site, you could put it on iTunes, you could put it on Podbean to make money. But now we aren't ready for all that, right? Now we just launched into all the platforms, right? I said it's clarity. Says you can monetize podcasts from the site, and that puts it on all major platforms on the site. And then her response again, yeah, it don't mean we're ready for that. I'm not gonna go there this constantly go through this constantly. Now, this is what she called an attitude. Listen to what she said. I'm not gonna go to this constant either you want it or up or not. I don't have shit to prove to anyone, right? We're conducting business and you disrespect the person you're trying to do business with, the person content that you want to make money of, right? I've been told you I didn't want to talk. I wanted to talk to your boss. So this conversation should have been over with, but yet you kept going, right? Because I want to try to see how fucked up people is. I texted her again later that day. I told her to change the title of the interview because she put what she wanted and not what I told her to put. She said it's fixed, right? Instead of her putting somebody on the phone, this what she tried to hit me with. I spoke to the boss. He said you registered your podcast just like music. They have a category for content creators. So if you already have BMI and Skip, get those registered. Once you do that, then even it being loaded on Facebook and stuff, you will be paid for streaming. Now it makes sense. Let me know what you want to do. I said again, I want to talk with your boss. I didn't ask you for what your boss said. I said I wanted to talk to them directly. I'll call him shortly. She never did. She didn't hit me back to 801. Right? This was at 2 something, 1 something. She didn't hit me back to 801. And 7 hours later. 7 hours later. Most likely tomorrow. We are in a couple meetings last night. I'll be calling you later today with D-Docs. Now, mind you, when we first had the conversation, she said cute. Now she's saying D-Docs. He's the caller of the station and he can explain things better. I just got off the phone with him. I don't have the time right now, right? It was yesterday. It never happened. She had to go to surgery and all this other shit, all right? She said Amir. Okay, now she done come up with a third name. Peep this out. Now she done came up with a third name. Amir said we can talk now. Who the fuck is Amir? Right? You never said who Amir was. Now you could have put me on the phone with anybody, right? Now at this point, we have a phone conversation. On the phone conversation, specifically, I'm talking to the man, introduce himself, whatever. He's saying, telling me about how she go. Then all of a sudden he just flipped the script out of nowhere when I asked him about Podbean again. That's why I wish I would have recorded that so y'all could have heard some of that. I asked him about Podbean automatically. He was social at first. As soon as I said something about Podbean, well, I ain't got time to be teaching you all this and woo de woo and hung up, right? I don't know he hung up. I'm like, whoa, hold up. Y'all came. asking me to work with me, correct? And I'm think I'm talking to her because she telling me he hung up. I didn't even know she hung up because I done went into a whole 10 minute, 5 minute conversation, and he didn't already hung up. I didn't know he much hung up. Whomever this was supposed to be, she done changed three different names. She done went from Q to D dot to Amir, right? So I don't know really who I'm on the phone. I'm assuming I was on the phone with Amir, right? I don't know who the fuck Amir is, right? Amir could be anybody, right? So as I'm on the phone with him, he's telling me about percentages, this, and the third, right? But whatever he's saying now making full sense in the conversation. So I asked him about Podbeam, right? When I asked him about Podbeam, he caught a whole attitude, his whole demeanor changed. I ain't got time to be teaching you shit. Whoop de whoop, and hung up. Now, mind you, I didn't know he hung up right at first. I was like, whoa, this getting out of hand. What I'm saying, and she's like, hold up, he hung up. I'm like, hold up, what you mean he hung up? So now, if he's a boss, this how you move as a boss. Now, let me give y'all a word of advice out there. Anytime a person get mad with you asking questions, that's definitely not the type of person you need to work with. Any person that say that they ain't got time to teach you something and supposed to be trying to work with you, again, that's not a person you're supposed to be working with. Because anybody that you are dealing with, you're supposed to be able to learn something from them. I hope y'all take what I'm saying as a teachable moment. Don't deal with people like this because people like this don't come for your benefit. They come for their benefit. And then they had a nerve to act like they owe something or something. No, I didn't reach out to you, ma'am, sir. Now I see why she in a wheelchair. Cause all the shit, the fucked up shit y'all do, karma is a motherfucker. God forgive me, but it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm rambling on in the conversation with her, she hangs up. So my point is, I didn't get to get my point across. That's why I got on here and got my point across. People saying you don't have, you had to go public. Yes, I had to go public because I couldn't get my point across in the conversation. I couldn't even get a word out in the conversation dealing with these people. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying to y'all. Do not deal with these people. These people's are crooks. All they trying to do is trying to make money off of your content and your brand without giving you a percentage. And we must try to speak about money or percentage of conversation. They don't want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? That lets you know these not good people. They do bad business. Do not work with them. Amber Heard, Blaze 420. Don't fuck with them at all. I'm taking down all the shit that I had. All that shit. Do not go on their platform and support them with my podcast. Do not at all. Don't give them not one view, one spin, nothing. And I don't do shit like this. It's just the way people act. So I calls her. I can't show you my call. I calls her the phone. She's forwarding me to the voicemail. Forwarding me to the voicemail. Forwarding me to the voicemail.
Okay, I thought it was May 3rd, so it's May 3rd and May 4th. All right.
Crazy shit, right? A lot of people like, wow, this fucked up. Yeah, but this how people are. You gotta watch who you dealing with. You gotta watch who you dealing with. And I'm so petty. I'm gonna go tag all them in this shit. You gotta watch who you dealing with. See, I can't tag her because she blocked me. But I'm friends with DJ Q. I text him, matter of fact. Let me find that. He didn't need much respond back. I'm so smart, I reached out to him personally. Right here. DJ QBs. I reached out to him personally. How you doing? My name is Hawk, on the sole proprietor of Trap Up the Podcast, but I'm speaking with Amber about being on Blaze. My concern is I have a podcast and I review artist music. I've gotten clarity on the artist, but not the podcast. Like I told her, I know y'all is using streaming outlets to get everything on major platforms, and you get paid off them outlets. I'm letting him know. And I'm just trying to make sure that when it comes to my podcast, y'all are not the only one making the profit, which I was speaking on. She said I'm on all major platforms, but only keep mentioning iHeart. I'm just seeking clarity and would like to chat with you, boss to boss. Thank you. Mind you, he never responded. Again, this this what I mean about not dealing with people that are not righteous. Salute, Chris. This what I mean by not speaking. This what I mean about dealing with people that's not righteous, right? Because when I hit you up, dude, you could have hit me back up. Chris, I know you just tuning in, but we talking about motherfuckers trying to make profit off my stuff without giving me a percentage of the profits that they're making. Um, Basically trying to use my shit for content for money. Basically, the only reason they reached out, and I'm just pointing out how fucked up they is, how they lied and said they wasn't making money off the podcast, then it came out that they is a lot. If you missed it, go back and watch from the beginning. I exposed everything. I'm posting everything. They mess with the wrong motherfucker. Um, but what else I was saying? Let me finish breaking it down. So basically, he didn't respond, right? Like I said, they hung up on me. He hung up first. After he got mad. After he got mad because I asked him about Pie Beam. He hung up first. He hung up first. I didn't even know he hung up. Now I'm reread that again. I didn't even know he hung up. She had to tell me he hung up. Cause as soon as I said something about Pie Beam, oh, I ain't got time to teach you this, and I ain't got time to teach you that. Woo woo, and he must have hung up. He immediately caught an attitude, right? Whomever the dude was, she said three different names. First, she said you gonna talk to DJ Q. Then she said you was gonna talk to D Docs. Then she said Amir. I don't know who. You know what I'm saying? Three different people, right? Then when I got on the phone, dude, like I said, he was sociable at first. Then when I said something about the pie beam, that's when he caught the attitude and hung up. I didn't even know he hung up. She had to tell me he hung up. And then as I'm talking to her, she hangs up. So when I calls her back, she blocks. When I calls her back, she basically forwards my call. Either forwards it or blocks my number. Right? I get on Facebook to try to text her on Facebook, she blocks me there. So what I'm telling y'all is don't fuck with these people, bro. Do not deal with these people. Do not deal with nobody with Blaze 420 WPAM. Amber, nobody that comes offering that type of shit. That type of shit y'all can do yourself. They're not doing your benefit. And if anybody that come towards you trying to give you a business offer and it's not benefiting with you, don't fuck with it, bro. Because all they're trying to do is scam you and make money off you without putting no work in, without being original. You know what I'm saying? That shit not cool. People work hard to get where they at. I did this shit organic. I didn't buy views. I didn't buy none of that shit. I had an account with 7,000 followers and they got hacked, bro. I refused to let somebody come and use me. I had to build this a whole new account. I can't even get into that old account. I had to build this account to get it to where I'm at with this 22. And I feel like this account more structured than that one was because this account gonna go bigger than that. See what I'm saying? But people, you gotta understand when people throw shit in your face, they think you're not aware. Hold on, hold on, yo. Give me a second. Cause I had somebody texting me. And y'all'll be surprised, bro. The amount of people that's hitting me up about these people. You'll be surprised the amount of people hitting me up about these people, bro. They not right, bro. Do not work with them. Do not fuck with them, bro. At all. I'm telling y'all, I'm warning y'all. Even people that I done had issues with didn't hit me up and said, man, these people fucked up. They had to warn they people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting y'all know. Anytime a person come at you and you ask a question and they tells you they don't have time to teach you something, they're definitely not the people you should work with. Because any type of relationship you should get in should be teachable. You should be able to learn something. And if a motherfucker not willing to teach you, they're not your friends and they don't have your interests at heart. That's the first thing. Second thing, if a person get mad because you're asking questions, definitely you shouldn't be working with that person because it's something they don't want you to know or they want you to be blind to shit, and that's so they can take advantage. Three, make sure that you know what you're worth. Make sure you're getting what you're worth, and make sure that if even if you want to let somebody use your content, that you're getting paid for it, bro. Don't let them tell you, oh, we independent and you're trying to make money off my shit because you don't have no content of your own. Like, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is not fool games, bro. Like I gotta tell people, I didn't just start doing this. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't the first offer that come across the table that I didn't turn down. So I know bullshit when I say it, and I know shit from sugar. But what you're not gonna do, what you're not gonna do, you know what I'm saying, is try to take advantage. People will try to take advantage of you, man. You gotta be careful who you let in your circle, man. You really do. Cause these people, all they try to do is try to take advantage of shit, bro. Somebody else just said, that's who you talking about? Her whole team sour. Somebody else said her and her team sour. That's why I say it's so many people, bro. I wasn't gonna speak publicly on the shit, bro. And y'all can see the shit for yourself. So y'all gonna see I'm not making this up. And I ain't want to speak on this shit publicly, bro. Cause I didn't wanna get him no attention, bro. I didn't want to speak on this shit publicly. Cause I didn't want to get him no attention for real. Cause I don't like the fact nigga playing with me like I'm a half pint. Like I ain't been doing this shit. And I'm making it known to you I know what's going on. And I'm steady telling you I don't mind y'all making money, but I want mines too. I want to eat too. I want my percentage. And you're gonna tell me no, you're not gonna give me no money off what you're making off my shit. But I can make money this way. I could do the same shit y'all doing myself. It's nothing. You're not doing nothing out of the box. You're not running around going to labels, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers trying to make this about to be something they not. Again, I'm gonna say this: be careful who you dealing with. Um, fuck Blaze 420. Um, I don't appreciate what they tried to do. Don't work with nobody on their team. Um, and I think I don't have to tell majority of y'all that because a lot of people saying I fucked up the ears, but they tapped at the wrong door with the bullshit. That's all I gotta say. You been chopping up a whole chop it up. Me too. Pull up to pull up tonight. 8:30ish 9. Hawklyfe Rap will be listening to some music, man. All the sing that music in. You hear me? Peace.